My name is Hilton Plummer, and I'm a fine artist. When I was probably about 11, 12, I used to, buy oil paint and scribble on the wall. And my father, saw me doing that, and it took me almost nearly 3 weeks just to try to complete this painting. I was actually drawing from a postcard, and he said that he was watching me for all this time. So one day he just decided to paint. He decided he wanted to show me that in his past he used to dabble in painting also. So one evening he put on him short pants and everything and went outside there and just decided to produce a piece. It was very surprising that after like 3-4 days, something that I've been struggling with for the last weeks, he actually drew it out in 3 or 4 days, and I was very surprised, so I asked him, and then the discussion started in terms of within the family, and he said that when he was a young child, he used to dabble in the arts also. So you could say that is one of where the talent really lie. My father used to do it, but I guess I really get a chance to actually paint. Well, I remember when I went to the School of Art, when I applied for the School of Art. When I went there the first time, and they actually interview you first before you actually could get in. The first time they turned me down. They said that my portfolio was not strong enough for me to get into the school. So was very disappointed at the time, but I knew that I will come back, I will return. So the following year, when I got back there to apply again, they told me that everybody had already submitted their work. So I was like late. I used to go to the School of Art part-time. And one of my teachers, whose name is Mervyn Palmer, when I went down and told him what happened, he said to just bring in the work, the following day. And he was going to at least talk to someone from the office and present my work to them. So that's what I did. I brought in the stuff, put it in the classroom, and a lot of other students were very impressed with the work also. It's like everybody stopped what they were doing and gathered around the pieces that I took to the school to show to the administration. So they told me to return the following day for an interview. And that was an interview because when I went in the administration office, they have this room set up with it was about 10 or 12 teachers in that room waiting for me for them to interview me. So they put me in the center of the room, and then that's when they started to ask me a lot of questions, and I look at the work, and then they told me they will get in touch with me, and they got in touch with me, and they said to come back for a drawing test. And I think the rest was history, But the thing that I really learned from that is never give up. Because someone told me at the time, the first time, that, to do something else, because they don't think I would be able to make it within the art, or, so, the point is, if you have a dream, I have a love for whatever you want to do, pursue it. Don't let anyone, actually tell you that you cannot do it, or you're not talented enough, or you should go and do something else, because somebody did tell me that once. So I never really get discouraged. I just keep going on. All right, the title of this piece is Caribbean Woman, and is a woman clutching a broom. This piece was done in Kingston, Jamaica, at a place called Riverton City. This piece was done in 1984, and this was a part of my graduation piece at the School of Art. The title of this piece is The African Lad, and this piece was done in 1982. I did this one when I was staying in Negril with my friend Jack Murray. And basically is a Rasta person leaning against a wall and actually meditating. The material that he used is not so much important, it's what he put on that subject matter, that is important. For me, I think I kind of like I like to experiment, and I try not to limit myself in terms of what I do. If I walk out there tomorrow morning and I see something on the floor and it looks like something I could work with, I will take it up and take it home. And maybe an idea will just come and the material is there and I will just use it. So I don't limit myself in terms of, because when you limit yourself, sometimes there is something great or something magnificent that you could discover. But if you limit yourself, you're not going to be able to find that. My favorite artist at the time when I was going to school was Jimmy Cliff, Love his music, I just love his thought, I just love the way he spread reggae music international. I love him so much in terms of his music that I decided I did a portrait of him in 1984. And it's like it was just destined for me to meet him also, because I met him probably in 2000, the year 2000. And I showed him the portrait. I showed him a picture from the portrait, and he saw the picture and said that, a matter of fact, I was having an exhibition at the Jamaican consulate at the time. And he came up to the consulate to do some paperwork on his passport and all that type of stuff. So that's where I met him first. And I showed him the picture, and he said that whenever I'm in Jamaica, to come and visit him, and he would love to buy that portrait. So I went to Jamaica in 2000, and I went and see him, and he actually bought that piece. But the fact that I did that portrait 15 years ago, I think he was doing this movie, The Bongo Man at the time, and I got a picture, and that's what I did the picture from. So he bought that painting. I think art is very significant to the universe. I think without art, mankind could not survive. I think art have a way of bringing people together. Art have a way of whether music, whatever art form you want to see it within, but I can't picture a world without art, and culture also, it's very important for us to just keep on creating. The world needs it, mankind needs it. You look around, your art is everywhere. The clothes that you wear, the food that you eat, the houses, the architecture, it's everywhere. So art is very important to the world.